Can you see your head? There we go.
Alright, thank you Taylor for that info on delegating. I will now be presenting some information about the developing style of the Hersey-Blanchard model. It's also referred to as participating or support according to other literature. See here, it's up in this upper left-hand corner with a high emphasis on supportive behavior and a low emphasis on task behavior. That's where it falls, the S3 group. Developing is a system primarily governed by the leader playing an active role in supporting and developing a newcomer, any part of the team that needs that collaborative effort. The efforts of the leader are to steer a already skilled worker who's apprehensive or lacking confidence, giving them the proper direction to flourish with the skills that they already possess. The leader does this by being a participant in the group, allowing collaborative work and active input and feedback, advice at any time. They're pretty much available for you with whatever concern you may have. And this active feedback helps optimize growth. Emphasis is heavily placed on the relationship and the cohesive operation of the group, both the leaders and the followers. Described in terms, again, to reiterate, of the Hersey-Blanchard model, it is called a high emphasis, high support, low task emphasis portion of the model. So there are certain times when it's most effective. This approach is most effective, firstly, when aptitude of the follower is high, but confidence is low. The support is offers to boost that confidence, to, again, let the skills come out since they already exist. And to get over that apprehensiveness of the follower. This approach also works when the work environment and the organization's goals can still be maintained with a low emphasis on task. When this collaborative effort doesn't get in the way of completing the task. The socially collaborative environment of the developing thing allows for regular social communication, and it's that social connection which millennials are very adept at and use in almost all aspects of their work. Also, it's possible when decisions to be made can allow a slower group process, and it's not per se an emergency where there has to be just a directive, at which point we would be moving over to a whole different leadership style. So it's when you have work that can be slowly developed or gone over time and time again until we get an answer. So there's a variety of relevance to millennials, most positive with just a drawback in my opinion. So first I'll present some of the positives of the participating model. It focuses on a collaborative environment which is highly valued and almost required by millennials in the research that I've done for this. It also balances guidance with responsibility, which is inherent to millennials because they strive to be part of that decision-making tree as well as performing whatever their individual function is. And the leader has the opportunity to offer a clear enough task track to keep these techie multitaskers on the primary task assigned. As stated by Ophira et al. In the article, Cognitive Control in Media Multitaskers, quote, heavy multimedia users may be sacrificing performance on the primary task to let in other sources of information. We can see where this would hinder performance and that this model would allow the leader to provide that guidance and reduce that distraction to optimize the performance. Also, the central focus on maintaining good social order in the ranks is really key to millennial tendency to buck the hierarchy. It's key to thwart that or to shunt that. It allows them to have a closer relationship with the leader, so that there isn't that natural divide. as a participant, a leader that is ready, available for guidance, they're able to provide the ever-desired millennial feedback loop, which is the point I believe I termed, and that's present, which is very useful in that environment. It's important to realize that when giving feedback, especially to some decidedly sensitive millennials, that they warmly embrace positive feedback, but negative feedback must be delivered tactfully as to not draw a divide or facilitate a defensive posture. Another positive is that this environment that's created allows millennials to communicate their commitment to leadership, to the organization. It bridges the stereotype gap, which is very common these days for new incoming millennials. According to Myers et al., quote, coworkers who often are in leadership positions may question millennials' commitment and dedication to the organization, dismissing millennial workers as selfish and lazy, end quote. Now, integration into any organization and progressing can be difficult for any newcomer, but it's usually the new demographic influx that has the most scrutiny and a lot of new stereotypes attached to them, so that can be difficult, and this open environment of developing style allows them to integrate and again bridge that gap so they can verbally and through action and word communicate their commitment, which is important because inclusion in the group is a main part of a millennial's motivation. One glaring negative that I know is that the high self-confidence as one of the primary characteristics of most millennials makes this a poor match with the maturity of the follower paired with this portion of the model, this style. Now, for a millennial with moderate skills, but that is lacking that self-confidence, this would be a wonderful style for millennials to help them flourish. And now, which one is the best? I will see. We'll get to that. But now, I'm going to give you to Maria, and she is going to talk to you about problem solving. Thanks.